And we're on.
You kept it quiet.
Off guard, the silent count. Welcome, dude. It is early in the morning.
Good morning. We're in our jammies.
Dude, I've got enough bags under my eyes. If I was walking through the airport, they'd charge me for a carry-on, dude. I am not a morning person.
I appreciate you stepping up this morning.
I am a night owl through and through.
That's fine.
So
good energy, though. You look good.
I'm trying my best right now.
What's on the breakfast docket for us today?
Well, we were gonna talk about, obviously there's some big news with Trey Lance, things like that. So I think we should start off with Trey Lance.
You want to start off with Trey Lance?
I want to start off with Trey Lance.
Do you have any opinions?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was Jerry Jones sipping on last night that he decided to get off the couch and go, I want Trey Lance.
Had a little bit of cab.
Yeah, it does not.
A little bit of Merlot
does
and
make
send
any
them.
sense.
You don't think it makes any sense?
I don't think so, man.
Really?
I mean, I looked at Dak's contract last night, and I'm trying to.
You look.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to make this make sense.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm sure that in some crazy way it does. But, I think Dak is another 2 years on his contract, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
He's there.
This year and then next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's on the cap for the next, 3 or 4 years, but he's not under contract.
Like void years and shit like that. Yeah.
So I think Trey just went from going as the third string quarterback to the second string quarterback. But even then, Cooper Rush is pretty good.
Yeah. He got him through last season. Kept him afloat, right? Was that last season with the thumb injury?
Yeah.
So
he's been good. Dak gets injured a lot. Maybe that's their play. I don't know, what are you thinking, man? Because I'm confused.
So I'm not as confused as you.
Okay.
I think the backup quarterback position is more valuable than ever. I feel like we're seeing that, right? I feel like a lot of people are putting a lot of, their eggs in that basket, right?
Yep.
They need a backup quarterback because their main one goes down. They just need somebody to step up, keep them afloat. What confuses me a little bit is kind of what you talked about with Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
He runs a similar style offense to Dak. That's usually with your backup, you want a similar style player, right? I don't think Trey Lance fits that bill with Dak.
Yeah.
I do think, considering, we don't even know who Trey Lance is as a player yet, but I would have to say, you can't even tell if it's a value. You don't know who won or lost this trade.
Yeah.
Time will tell. That's what's rough. What I will give kudos for is I will give the 49ers kudos for not falling into the sunk cost fallacy. They could have easily hung on to Lance and try to make it work just because they did give up 3 firsts and a second for him. Yeah. But they didn't. They cut bait, and they found at least they got something out of it. I think it's a next year 4th, right?
Yeah, that was what I was about to ask you. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the compensation was.
I think it was a 2024 4th.
I know that, people get stuck in that. Obviously, it's you think what you have is worth more than it actually is.
100%.
Right?
Because of what you've done up to that point to secure it, right?
Correct. But then, the news as well, kind of ruins that because everybody knows that he's, the third string now, right?
Yep.
That's the news out of camp. So, there goes your value.
100%.
It's very tough. Very big kudos to the 49ers just for, getting it done. But I also think that, they don't want that distraction.
100%.
Right. And I also think the 49ers are in a spot where they're hey, we have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Let's not, make a distraction that isn't one with our third string quarterback.
You're right. You're
let's
very
just
right.
get this guy out of town, and then we'll move on. We don't really need a huge compensation because we're doing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was a bad team, hey, we spent all this draft capital.
Yeah, we kind of got to rebuild, get it back. Yeah.
So I think that also ties into it as well.
I did not even think about the distraction part of it. That's actually, because these are people and these are teams, and they're in a locker room, and
awkward.
It's awkward, right? Yeah. It's actually something that I wish the Eagles would have done earlier with the whole Wentz-Hurts situation, right? But I feel like we held on to him longer because he was such a high pick.
Yeah.
But now the toxic part of me loves it because now he's in the Cowboys, and NFC East fans are not reasonable. Yeah. The second Dak throws an interception, people are gonna be like, "Start Lance," and it's gonna be hilarious for me.
And I think it, like it kind of it almost creates a distraction in Dallas.
100%.
Because it's like Cooper Rush probably woke up this morning and was like, well, what the fuck, man?
I was not even thinking that the Cowboys would do that.
But then they even had that issue kind of with Tony Pollard and Zeke.
Right.
Like it's who's the guy,
and Jerry loves his guys, so that's why it's kind of weird. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah,
I'm excited. It's fun.
Time will tell.
That drive, I almost FaceTimed you. I texted you last night. We can show it up. I texted you. I said we might need an emergency FaceTime podcast to break the news. Yeah,
good. Another trade though as well. Might be that it kind of got washed away last night, but
it did because of the Trey Lance news.
But Isaiah Simmons goes from Arizona, he goes to the Giants, and I just know Isaiah Simmons. I was very, very high on Isaiah Simmons before he came out when he was at Clemson. I want to say that was the year we took Sewell, 2020. I'm not sure. I'd have to look
I think
it up.
so.
So I think we took Sewell instead of Simmons. But Arizona takes this guy. I was so high on him because I thought he was so versatile, and he is. He had a really good year 2 years ago. But it just kind of goes to show, he got traded for a 7th-round pick.
It's a nothing. That is a nothing. That is just we need it on the books.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That's insane.
And so I have.
Did you bring stats?
I brought some stats.
That's
baby.
crazy.
So he was the 8th overall pick. This guy at 6'4".
My height.
Standing on a chair. 6'4", 240. This guy ran a 4.39.
It's fast.
That's fast. That's cooking.
That's crazy.
And then I have a couple guys that were picked after Simmons. So these are guys that Arizona could have had if they would have, not picked Simmons. Tristan Wirfs from Tampa Bay, who's a very, very good tackle. CD Lamb.
Wow. Okay.
Justin Jefferson. Never heard of him.
I have once or twice.
T. Higgins.
It's crazy.
Jonathan Taylor. Winfield Jr. from Tampa Bay.
That's wild.
And then also Trayvon Diggs from Dallas. And Patrick Queen is in there too. If they're trying to get a similar position, who Patrick Queen from Baltimore turned into a really good player. So
they passed up on all of them for Simmons
for a 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets a restart. I really like him a lot.
He is versatile. So, he was actually drafted almost, I saw this, positionless.
Yeah.
And I think he played most of his snaps as inside and outside linebacker.
Correct.
But now in New York, he's going to be safety. Did you see that?
Well, and that's the reason why Arizona ended up trading him. I guess he refused to play linebacker.
I saw that. He had a conversation with Gannon, my boy, over the offseason.
Which, that is a red flag for me. Right. I think
he just won't budge.
I think, you get these guys, and the Lions have drafted a lot of quote-unquote positionless guys. Brian Branch, they brought in CJ, GJ. These guys that, are they a safety? Are they a corner? It's a little different, right? Yep. But even then, I'm sure if you went out and asked these guys, hey, in the nickel or dime, we need you to play some linebacker or whatever, these guys are going to go, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But, Isaiah Simmons, refused to play linebacker.
Yeah, that's
and at 6'4", 240, and, I guess a couple of these preseason games, he's just been getting torched.
Yep. A few steps behind some people.
Let's look in the mirror and say, hey, maybe I do need to play linebacker, and I can be really good at it.
Yeah. So, could be a game wrecker,
Yeah, good for Arizona. As much as I hate to say it, but, maybe he had a little bit of an issue with the locker room. Yeah. Well, time will tell. Hopefully he gets a good jump in New York, and he comes.
I'm sure he will. What's next on the docket, brother?
Dude, Jerry Jeudy, man. Another hamstring.
Hold your wide receivers close. It's bad out here.
Dude.
Turn off injuries.
Yeah, and it's sad. I'm hoping, especially with what Denver's dealt with, man. The injury bug, dude.
Yeah,
and maybe it's the elevation. The hamstrings are a little tighter or something.
They're not stretching.
Dude, but, hopefully, Jerry Jeudy. I don't think we saw any other big-time injuries, right?
We did not, but you hate to be this guy, but it's the business we're in. And it's okay, hope Jerry Jeudy, is okay. He was on IR, I think, a season or two ago, high ankle sprain, whatever. And it just seems like he always has these little dings and dents to him. Yeah. Now he has the hamstring, right?
Yeah.
But we got to talk about Cortland Sutton's stock is going up. Because, Jerry Jeudy is now questionable, and that's going to linger over him the entire year.
Yep.
Tim Patrick, tragic, but he's out. Yeah. For the season. KJ Hamler got released, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
At the beginning of training camp, so... Yeah. Pick up Cortland Sutton. I mean, like, talent, Russell Wilson aside, I mean, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, I think he's even had some injury
he's not
issues.
He's not bulletproof. He's the last man standing, though, so pick him up, right? You can probably steal him right now.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, if you're able to get Cortland Sutton for a premium price in your fantasy leagues. Maybe
if you haven't drafted yet, yeah.
Yeah, either that or if you're in these dynasty leagues, some people may not know what they have, and they always steal before they figure it out, But yeah, man, hopefully Jerry Jeudy gets. I just wanted to touch on that because we were just talking about hamstrings the other day, but
your engines,
engines, baby. Yeah, no, definitely big time. So I know you don't watch preseason football.
I do not watch preseason football.
Dude, I don't really watch preseason football either, but I did watch this weekend.
You're going to bring it up, aren't you?
And there was, I am going to bring it up, because I know there was a big dilemma in the Zufelt household because Anthony Richardson.
My guy, Anthony Richardson.
Your first true love.
What did he do?
He played against the Eagles.
And then what did he do?
And
he hit
him with the.
He hit him with it.
And I tell you what. Anthony Richardson stock with me went. All right, dude.
Right? I loved
Philly
it
too, right?
In Philly, I loved it, and I loved it. I can admit, I mean, that was fun. Dude.
You love this guy.
I love this dude. I don't know why I love this dude so much, but now you love him. Now you're falling for him.
So I was watching some of that game. I turned it on I think it was the second quarter. I don't remember. I saw the celebration before I saw the actual play. I went back to watch the game.
Yeah.
So I saw the celebration first, but I didn't see the play that led up to it. So I was actually severely disappointed when I watched the actual play.
What's the play?
Well, I'm thinking that Anthony Richardson ran a long run.
Yeah, 45-yard run, broke 3 tackles, high steps.
I'm waiting because I know he's still in. I know he's only going to play so long, so he's in. So I'm waiting for this giant play. Mm-hmm. It was a 3-yard handoff, and I don't know who it was. One of the running backs.
It wasn't even.
He handed the ball off.
I literally did not see the play. I just saw the celebration.
Yeah.
I literally thought Richardson had
nothing cool at all.
Had a Braille Mary and everybody's going crazy.
Nope, just a nice little.
Good on him, though.
Nice little inside zone.
Imagine the hype when he actually does do something.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing cartwheels, brother.
And, boy, it is crazy. He's got a cannon. But, boy, you don't know where that thing's going, dude. It is a blindfold throw sometimes.
I love it.
He's more accurate than I'm giving him credit for. I would say the scary thing is, as a wide receiver, I would say, is that you don't know where the ball's going to go, and it's coming so fast.
Yeah.
There's a couple throws right on the button. Beautiful, right where they're supposed to be. And there were a couple throws where the receiver just went like this. And there were some that were not.
Is he the
close.
one that had Is he the one that they said he throws too hard? Is he one of the ones? Did that come out? Or some quarterbacks have had that.
Would not be surprised.
Yeah, no touch. They're just piss missiles.
It's one of those ones where he's it's a 3-yard slant, and he's throwing it like it's a dig route that's 15 yards downfield. Yeah, dude's got an absolute rocket. So if he can get some accuracy, which he has some, I saw some really, really good throws.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to pay attention to that because I figured we were going to talk about him, and
we're always going to talk about him.
I hadn't really watched him, to be honest.
If a day goes by on this podcast, we do not talk about Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
We just need to.
Yeah, but I was overly impressed with him. But yeah, I think it was a good showing by him. I loved the bird flap, whatever you want to call it. So
you're on him now. He's on your radar.
He's on my radar. He's if I'm a boat and you got the sonar, he's a bleep out there.
Bing.
Now he's on there.
We're not drafting, but a little bit of a bling action.
So he is on my radar now.
Very exciting.
Fun to watch.
I love it.
Yep. Another preseason game. A dilemma in the Watts household last night.
Was it last night?
Yeah.
How was it?
Lions-Panthers, dude.
How was it? Who played?
The Lions and the Panthers.
I mean, players-wise.
I know. So
that was good, though. As soon as I asked it, I'm like, he's going to just body me on this.
No, it was a good game. The Lions don't play any of their starters. They haven't. So, like, we were kind of talking about, I think it was, like, one of the first couple episodes, like, it's so different now. It used to be, like, a very set in stone, like, third game, all the starters are going to play. The fourth game, they sit out. Like, now it's coach by coach, and Dan Campbell, like, does not play his starters.
Really? Okay.
But the reason is because we have joint practices. And it's a very, very good point that a joint practice is essentially a game because they can set up whatever situation they want.
Yep.
And those starters are playing in that joint practice.
See live reactions to stuff, yeah.
So Teddy Two Gloves got the start last night. I'm very disappointed he switched his
Teddy
number.
Two Gloves?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes. Yes.
He
changed his number from 50. He was number 50.
He was 50, and I saw that.
He changed it to 17.
That's way less exciting. I like 50.
Exactly. I do too.
Just break the status quo.
Yeah. So it was a very exciting game. My stock in Bryce Young continues to rise as well.
Really?
Like, the dude, man, like the guy is a ball player. Like he is.
Guy knows ball.
So there was a couple plays right in the very beginning of the game where I thought he was dead to rights. And he didn't do anything like overly athletic.
Yeah.
But there was one play where James Houston, a guy that had like quite a few sacks last year, he's going to be starting for us.
Yeah, he's not no
playing.
special teamer,
Exactly.
know,
like he had him dead to rights on like kind of a little read rollout, and Bryce just kind of like slowly ran upfield and then gave him like a hard plant back inside, and James like was in the dust, man. So
you love this dude.
You
love this dude.
But even then, like, so Matt Ryan was on the call last night, and obviously, like, he's been around for a while. Like, he knows what he sees. And, like, Matt Ryan was even commenting, like, the placement where Bryce Young throws the ball, and I think, like, casuals don't see that, right? So, like,
casuals.
when you watch the game, like, you're not it's like, but even then, like, an outside shoulder throw. Like, there was a throw that Thielen probably should have caught, but it was kind of like a back shoulder throw that only Thielen was going to catch.
That's huge.
And
as soon as you see that, I mean, he's not hitting him in the chest where it's easy to break up. Like, that's huge.
So, and like, I know his knock is going to be that he's too short, but like, Thielen scored on a nice little out route. You good?
He's under the desk.
Unbelievable. The disrespect. But he like sat in the pocket, threw a nice ball to Thielen. Thielen scored. So like, it was a tough throw right on the button. It literally
Thielen stock's up.
Not with me.
I can't win with you.
Dude.
Bryce Young's up, but Thielen's down?
Thielen pissed me off last night, dude. And we'll get into that. But
okay.
Playing-wise, yes. Personal-wise, if I saw Thielen today, I'd
swag your fingers. Hey, buddy.
Hey. No, there was some chirping going on last night.
That's fun.
Yeah, so last night, Thielen, he caught a ball on the sideline, and then he went down and got hurt. And he was kind of just, like, laying there. Like, he was okay. Like, I think he just got, like, lost his breath or whatever. Yeah. But he got up and started chirping at our sideline.
I would never.
And I'm sure that there was some things said on our sideline, like we're not victimless here, or we're not the victims, you know. And CJGJ was in there, so I know for a fact that I'm sure there were some things that were 100%. Said. So, but Thielen got up and was kind of chirping, and like Thielen with Minnesota is like a known chirper. Like we played him 2 times a year, like. He's going to let you know, like, if he does something or if he's fired up. And all I saw, yeah, he is. And I saw last night CJGJ, like, gave him one of, like, as he's walking back towards, Thielen's walking back towards the sideline, he turns around to say something. And CJGJ just puts his hand up and says, Week 5, we'll see you.
Oh, goodness.
And I stood up and I almost ran through my TV to tackle Adam Thielen. Like it's like, and I'm scared to ask you about movies. Have you seen Finding Nemo?
I have seen Finding Nemo.
Yes,
it's one of the 10 movies I've seen.
So you know, in the movie when they're with Bruce the shark,
of course,
and they. And I think it's Nemo bumps his head and the blood comes out and it goes.
Yeah, and he sniffs and then he goes from nice shark and he's like.
That's me. Anytime I see something like that, dude, it's just something in me that like I see that, and I just immediately, like, find my shoulder pads and helmet, and I just, like, run into a tree or something just to, like, calm myself down.
Feeling got you feeling some type of way.
Yeah, that's why I have no Panther stuff up here today.
Oh, it's a protest.
Yeah, also, shout out to Joe Adam. I added his helmet.
That's nice.
Yep, signed by Jason Hansen.
No way.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
I'll return that. Thank you, Joe.
I literally forgot about Hansen until right now.
You know, he has the most points in Lions history.
He's in the band. Mbop. Right, Hansen? the band?
I know who Hansen is.
We're progressing.
Yes, I know who Hansen is. I know Mbop.
I'm done talking about preseason football.
All right, go ahead.
What are we talking about?
You go, dude. I've been talking this whole time.
You're the docket master.
Yeah. This is what happens when you get me on energy drinks at 7:30 in the morning.
Let's jump because you're feeling feisty, and I want to get in a fight today. Let's go to the fantasy. Let's go to the two guys in the top 20 ADP set by sleeper. I got off my fantasy pros, right? There actually is some variation here. The two guys that you're not touching. Now, I need to put a disclaimer on this.
Okay.
Not touching doesn't mean you hate the person. Or like if they fall, you're not picking them up.
Yeah.
But you're not touching them because you'd rather have somebody else in that 1 to 2, range, right? Like, so if I'm like, hey, a player's like at 16, we'll get into it. Like, we like the players, but we like somebody else a little bit more.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to? You go first.
I'll go first?
You go first.
Okay. The first, don't peek at my notes.
I can see him.
You can see him? Oh, my God. I'm not going to, I'm feeling spicy. I'm not, so I know what you're going to do, and you're going to cop out.
What do you mean?
You're going to cop out, and you're going to say, like, oh, I'm not going to pick Jonathan Taylor, who's at 20, because, he's uncertain and he might not play. No. I am digging. I'm digging in my heels.
Okay.
I'm going to get spicy this morning. A.J. Brown. I am not.
Let me just take all of this off. You're not even wearing your Eagles stuff today.
I'm not even wearing, no, because we had the sleepover. I don't have my jersey. Who sleeps in a jersey? I'm not touching A.J. Brown. I know, goosebumps. I got it right here, right? I am very high on Devontae Smith this year. He was already really, really good, but Hurts, I think, by all accounts, coming out of training camp, he's getting better as a passer. He already spreads the ball around. A.J. Brown, his ADP is like he's a wide receiver 1, okay? He's up there with, like, Devontae Adams, okay? I don't see A.J. Brown as a wide receiver 1. I think he's one of the best receivers in the league, but from a fantasy standpoint, I think he's more of a wide receiver 1A, along with Devontae Smith, wide receiver 1B, and even put Goddard in the mix, okay?
Yeah.
Where A.J. Brown is being drafted, right, just get Nick Chubb. Just get Nick Chubb. It's a true bell cow running back.
Yeah.
If you're on the docket, right?
Yep.
It's like, are you going to pick Chubb or A.J. Brown? I'm picking Chubb. So that is why I'm not touching A.J. Brown.
Dude, you love picking wide receiver 2s in offenses.
Well, it's not like I'm drafting Devontae Smith right here. We'll see. We'll see on Monday, brother.
Yeah, we will.
So that's my hot pick. I need a smoke. What's yours?
All right, so my first one is, and this is based off of less of the player, more of his surroundings.
Okay.
Devontae Adams.
Okay. So you're not...
Love him as a player.
So you're not drafting the number 1 right? I'd love to go.
Yeah, I'm not drafting number 1 receiver because the guy that's throwing him the ball is arguably a number 1 quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I think that...
that's Jimmy G erasure, and I won't stand for it.
If this was a handsome contest, Jimmy G I'd pick first overall.
Of course.
Arguably.
He's hot.
Yeah. But it's not. It's football. And I just don't think he's bad. Do you think he's better than Derek Carr? Or do you think, Derek Carr's better than he is?
I think Jimmy G and Derek Carr are the same exact player.
I do too. But I do think Derek Carr's just a hair better. I don't think either one of them are great. But I worry about that offense. Mm-hmm. They got rid of Darren Waller, another target. So now those defenses are looking around. They are going to get Hunter Renfrow back, and I think he's better than people kind of give him credit for. Mm-hmm. But I think that it's just going to kind of allow these defenses just to really
double
on him, right? And I don't think, if Aaron Rodgers is his quarterback, if we're still talking like Green Bay, I love Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
But we're not. And I don't think Jimmy G is one of those guys that's going to throw guys open.
Yeah.
I'm very
He's always going to
low.
take the safe play, and maybe that's not Devontae, right?
Yeah, and I think the reason that like Devontae Adams is still in the top 20 and not a 20 to 40 guy is because it's Devontae Adams. Like he's one of the best receivers. Like no, don't get it twisted. Like he is one of the best wide receivers in the league, no doubt about it. He's going to get himself open at times. But I think like comparatively speaking to the guys around him, I think like he's going to have a tougher time this year.
Good analysis. See? And you did not do a cop-out pick. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, well, I still have another pick, though.
Balls in my court.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry. I'm not looking at Derrick Henry at all. I don't know. I don't even have stats for this. And I'm usually the stats guy. It's just the vibes are bad. I don't know why. I have a gut feeling. I mean, he's the one player on the Tennessee Titans. And I feel like he's getting older, right? And I know, like, there's no, like, hard cliff, but he is getting older, and he did have, injuries are starting to creep up a little bit, and I think they're going to lean more on him this year than ever. Titans are in a weird, are they rebuilding? Are they not? Tannehill, Levis, Willis, like, what's going on? I think they're going to lean on Henry too much. He might get injured. I don't know. It just, the vibes are bad. At that point where Derrick Henry's going, give me Amon-Ra. Give me St. Brown.
Yeah.
He's, like, let's talk, number one wide receiver on your Detroit Lions. And did you know Amon-Ra St. Brown? Did you know he's second in catches in the NFL since, like, that Thanksgiving game when everybody realized he could catch the ball?
I knew
like,
he was
since, like,
up there.
21.
I knew
like,
he was up there.
He's only behind Justin Jefferson.
The guy catches everything, bro.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm out on Henry. Give me Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Dude, I'm so happy he's on our team.
I actually have a note here that says, or give me Devontae Adams. But we won't get into that. I'll erase that.
Yeah, go ahead and erase that. My number 2 pick, it's Derrick Henry, bro.
Oh, no way. We're in.
I agree 100%. Like, I think that...
I'm juiced right now. That's crazy. We never agree.
I think that it's going to be tough for that offense. And we're going to see how D-Hop helps, right? Like, I think if we get a good D-Hop, then I think obviously that's going to help them, right? If we get injured,
whoa, groundbreaking journalism.
Yeah, right. So, but I just don't. I think even if like D-Hop's good, I think Tannehill still falls into that category of like.
Was Tannehill on the Dolphins? Did I dream that?
No, he was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was for a long time.
That's crazy.
He kind of had.
I felt like I dreamt.
I'm not going to say he had like almost like a Goff
renaissance,
kind of,
almost.
Where he was on the Dolphins. They kind of threw him away. He went to Tennessee and kind of revitalized his career.
He did. Yeah, he did.
I mean, they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
But no, I think I agree 100%. Like Derrick Henry is getting up there in age. It's one of those where you get to every offseason and you go, okay, is this the year? Is this the year Derrick Henry falls off?
Yeah.
Father Time is undefeated.
So it's coming for all of us.
Yeah, and just the way that he runs the ball, it
just looks different, right? It looks different. Like I feel like he just looks different running the ball.
Well, and he's taken a lot more shots than most guys, right? Just because of his running style.
Yep.
I agree 100%. I think Derrick Henry's a scary pick in that top 20. There's definitely some guys around him that I think would have a better year.
I love it. Like Devontae Adams.
No.
What's next then? What are you on about?
Well, I wanted to talk about some of our favorite players.
It is early. I can see. It is early, but you're keeping up.
My brain's going like this.
Yeah. Like an old diesel.
Man,
let it warm up.
But old reliable.
We want to talk about favorite players?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
From what teams?
Our teams. Lions.
The Panthers and Dolphins.
The Lions and the Eagles.
Are we going like obvious favorite players?
I think, tell me your obvious, but then tell me some guys that maybe like outside of the fan base that you really enjoy.
I mean, like everybody. So,
and this can be like on the field, off the field.
Okay.
Just give me some reasons. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to be like, no, you can't do that.
So first of all, I need to protect myself because if by God, any of the God-given Philadelphia Eagles watch this, I have to give shout-out to, obviously, Jalen Hurts, my guy.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown and his beautiful smile, even though I'm not drafting you. Amazing. And Devontae Smith, Slim Reaper, the people, and Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
He's hot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, right? He's hot. This is going to sting you. Darius Slay is probably like my favorite guy on earth.
I like Darius.
Like the social media team for the Eagles always do this funny thing where they just ask him random questions and they're walking in or out of like practice and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Darius Slay is probably the funniest guy
Yeah.
I've actually ever encountered through a phone screen.
Yeah.
He's just awesome. I know we stole him from you. I apologize for that.
Yeah. That one hurts.
Are you a Michigan fan?
Yeah.
Are you Brandon Graham?
I knew it, yeah.
I don't know if he won Walter Payton Man of the Year, but he does a lot of stuff like
He should have.
for like local use and
Yes,
stuff. He's always
for a
at
long time,
for
dude.
a long
Man,
time. Catch him at Wawa, bro. He's hanging out like downtown Philly, and then obviously strip sack on Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, and just that smile, bro. I'm a sucker, bro. I'm a sucker. And then the last one, the Giant Slayer, Boston Scott. I got goosebumps just saying it.
Man.
He's, I think coming into, I think he's like our third or fourth like string running back right now. Like he's like, I think we got like Kenny G, we got Penny's up there, and then Trey Sermon and Boston Scott. I think coming into the season trade off, but I love him because he's scored a touchdown in every single game he's ever played against the New York Giants, and he's played 9 career games, and we almost put him in as like a meme.
Yeah.
Like literally, like he was not even like starting. He was not even really on an active roster like last year, but whenever we played the Giants, we elevated him, and then social media's like, here comes, and we're on like the 10-yard line. It's like, give it to Boston Scott. He's like 5'6", just cute little dude.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And he's a professional Rocket League player, which is cool.
That's sick, dude. Yeah.
That's my spiel.
Those are some good picks, dude.
That is, you can't even keep up with it, bro.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, some good guys. I love Slay, dude. I wish we could have kept him.
I know.
I'm happy that he's succeeding.
Fat
somewhere
Patricia boomed you.
Where's he at now?
He's in Philly.
Yeah,
I don't even know what he's at, dude. Talk about drama in the locker room.
Yep.
Holy cow.
When Bill strips you out, dude, doesn't want you anymore.
That's rough.
Brought you back and then shipped you out again. So,
Who are your favorite players? In Honolulu Blue?
Yeah, baby. Besides like I love Amon-Ra.
Of course. Coolest name.
Yeah.
All-time name.
Aiden, I love Aiden. I was just talking about like how lucky we are to have him, dude. How to get him second overall, like Jacksonville took Walker.
They took I could not believe that. I was hyped. Again, Lions are my second. I was hyped.
Yeah,
I love that for you.
The usual suspects. But like, if we're kind of getting down into like the nitty gritty of maybe like people that like teams don't know about, I've got off the top of my head 2 guys that I just love. I hope they stay with us for a long time. One of them is Rodrigo, baby.
My God,
man.
I love him.
Like,
I got goosebumps again. It's going.
Obviously, like he got some airtime on Hard Knocks last year.
Yep.
You can just tell the dude's just a genuinely good dude, man.
I
follow him on social medias. And my favorite was when they asked what training camp is to you, and he looked dead into the camera and said, "Training camp is fun." Because you get to hit people. I'm like, I love this guy.
It's such a
That's
good dude.
before we knew anything about him.
Yeah.
And then immediately I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah, I'm in.
So, man, just what a steal. And he had a really good year last year.
Yeah, I think,
and is hopefully going to have a good year this year. So
He will.
One of my favorite players, man. And then you might not even know who this is. The second guy, a dog.
You do like your dogs, the good boys.
I love my dogs, dude. And in our secondary, because we added all these guys, nobody's going to talk about them. Jerry Jacobs.
I literally don't know who he is.
Dude, he plays corner for us.
Okay.
He's dealt with some injuries, so hopefully he's healthy this year. But I tell you what, when this guy is on the field, dog.
He's everywhere.
Dude, you will now look for
I
Jerry
will.
Jacobs.
I will now.
Yeah, he's a really good corner. He's feisty. He's not scared to stick his nose in there, like in the run game. But I hope that he can stay healthy this year. And and he just loves to play ball, dude. Like,
You
can
love
just
it.
tell.
You love to
But,
see it.
Yeah, those are my 2 guys, man. I hope we get to see a lot of them this year. Rodrigo and then my boy Jerry Jacobs.
You're getting me hype. We're almost there.
Oh, baby, I'm over on.
We're almost there, baby.
I was just thinking about that. That's actually what woke me up this morning. I don't drink coffee. I think about week 1 versus the Chiefs.
I can't even think straight. I'm so excited about it. It's going down. What if? Just what if? The Lions win.
I don't want to even talk about it, dude.
We can't. Don't even say it. Don't even speak it.
I mean, I'm always gonna like have that like confidence in us, right? I think we can. Like, it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like completely crazy.
No, it's not.
You know, the Chiefs are the Chiefs for a reason, though. So we'll see. My expectations. I don't know where my expectations are, to be honest.
Up here. Just
Like with that
Just
game
go.
in particular,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, that
58-0.
Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I'm going to be wide awake.
I'm
Not
off
be able to
that
sleep.
Thursday. It's going to be the longest day of my life.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
dude. Okay.
We got some more time. You got any other activities? I see you have a little note down here.
Yeah, I'll play a little game.
You want to play a little game?
Yeah.
So I have no notes for this. So this is on the spot. This
Yeah.
is improv at
Yeah.
its finest.
Yeah, neither do I. So I
Oh.
just wrote the thing in the
Okay.
notes. And then like how most people will like make the players, like because we're gonna do start, bench, cut.
Okay.
So you're gonna start a guy, bench a guy, cut a guy.
Fuck, marry, kill. What player?
Allegedly. Allegedly. Do you want to do it like fantasy wise, or do you want to do it like football wise? Like,
Let's
if
do
you were on a team.
Let's do football wise.
Okay. So I've got for my I've got Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown.
Oh fuck. That's so bad.
So start, bench, cut. This is I would say let's do it fantasy wise.
Want to do a fantasy wise?
Because then it's based off of like their situation.
I like
think
it.
is a little better, right?
I like
because
it.
let's be honest, all 3 of those guys are very good receivers.
Yeah.
So like just to put them in their situations that they're in for fantasy, let's do start, bench, cut,
Okay.
or draft. Think about drafting. Hope your friend drafts.
Oh god. Oh, this is.
We just made up a brand new game.
We just made up a brand new game.
Yep.
Trademark pending.
Yep.
We'll come up with a funny pun. So we got Garrett Wilson, we have Devontae Adams, and we have AJ Brown.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I'm going against myself because of what I said earlier. Yeah. But remember, I only said earlier because I was comparing him to like Chubb, right?
Yeah. You love contradicting yourself.
I love contradicting myself.
Pause. Have you ever seen that where they have the what's his face? Not the guy.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dr.
Skip
Jekyll,
Bayless.
Mr. Hyde?
Skip Bayless. I can think. This is what
Skip Bayless.
Where Skip Bayless
he argues with himself. The moment
I love
the
that.
moment we get to the point where somebody is cropping me arguing with myself, it's incredible. But I am doing that right now. The Brandon 20 minutes ago, he's dead. He's gone.
Yeah.
This is new Brandon.
Yep.
Wanna know what? I'm drafting AJ Brown. I'm drafting AJ Brown.
Yeah.
He's too good. Wide receiver 1 on the Eagles. I mean, who else is there?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm doing AJ Brown. He's a known commodity for me. When you watch some of his catches and his production, it's insane. He's either bigger or he's faster than the guy he's lined up against. Yeah. I love him, right? A close second's Garrett Wilson. He's the new sexy young thing. It's like the new shiny toy. It's like, oh my God, this could be anything. It could even be AJ Brown. Give me Garrett Wilson on the cusp if somebody takes AJ Brown beforehand. Yeah. And then, like you said, Devontae Adams, right? Even though I said Devontae Adams earlier, I would pass on Devontae Adams. Yeah. If gun against my head, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, or Devontae Adams, one has to go to another team. You can pick up Devontae Adams, and I'll be okay.
I'd think about it.
Done.
Bing.
Bling! We forgot about the bling. You're on the clock. It does sound like that, by the way. I was doing mock drafts.
Yeah.
It's like when the draft starts, it goes bling.
It's just one time.
Yes, but now it's up here. So.
Yeah.
Bling.
All right. I'll start with my starter, and it's far and above, no doubt about it, Garrett Wilson.
Really?
Yeah, stock with me. And I think I caught a little bit of the Hard Knocks bug, I think. Like, I've been watching that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's obviously, no doubt, number one receiver. And the way that those guys talk about him.
They love him.
Man.
Really?
I think he's going to be really good. He's got a great quarterback now that's going to throw him open, even when maybe he's not open.
I think he'll elevate his game. I mean, he did really well last season.
He was the rookie of the year.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, he was good last year.
Yeah.
And who was his quarterback? Exactly. Thank you. It was like a combination of, like Mike White,
the GOAT,
Zach Wilson, and then the guy the Italian stallion guy or whatever that runs the ball a bunch. 15. I don't know what his name is. I don't think he's Italian.
Was Joe Flacco on the Jets? Elite Dragon?
That's not who I'm talking about, but I think he was as well. Yeah. Anyways, my point. He's got Aaron Rodgers now. I think it's going to elevate his game to even a higher level. I'm very high on Garrett Wilson.
Golly. Now I might have to. You're selling me.
Player to put on my bench, I'm going to go A.J. Brown.
Thank you.
I think he's in a good offense. He figured out, how to get some points. He figured out how to get some points last year with Devonta Smith there. I think Smith will be really good as well this year. And then, I'm sorry, pack your bags, Devontae Adams.
Do we hate Devontae Adams?
I don't. I hate where he's at and the offense that he's in.
You hate the Raiders.
I kind of like the Raiders, actually. They have sweet uniforms.
Yeah, but you don't like. I like the idea of the Raiders, but I don't like any of the players or
their coach, Josh McDaniels,
or their owner, Mark Davis, with the haircut. Holy cow!
Yeah, Josh McDaniels, hate him.
Yeah, no,
not a fan.
See,
I didn't like the whole flying to the place then going back.
Yeah, you talk about vibes. That's bad vibes.
Yeah. Don't know the guy though.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it to his face. I'd be like, oh my God, Josh McDaniels.
I think he's small in stature.
Is he really?
I think so.
Smaller than Bryce Young?
Smaller than Bryce Young, bigger than you.
Okay. You want to talk about size? This is a good segue, and I don't want to get political.
Okay.
But a certain former president got booked, right?
Yeah.
Mugshot, we're not going to get into it, right?
Yeah.
But did you see that they listed him as 6'3", 215?
Yeah.
Do you know who else is 6'3"?
I want to change my start to him as my starting wide receiver, dude.
Do you know who else is 6'3", 215? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I swear.
If I lost 15 pounds.
I don't know where I'm at. I can't even. We're not even going to get into the high joke.
$140 with rocks in your pockets. A strong gust of wind will blow you across the parking lot.
That's so.
You will never be 215. I don't think, dude.
I'm trying hard to be 215.
And that's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm small boned. Look at these arms right now. We'll bring them behind the scenes. We were setting up the camera, and I'm like, why do I look so small?
Yeah, I know. Like giant. It looks like I'm zoomed in on my side.
I'm trying. Look at that. We got to bring phone books for me next week. Look at that. That'll be your height.
Yeah, well, everybody's yelling at me because you can't hear me in the microphone. When we sit like this, look at the difference where my face is compared to the microphone and yours.
The line behind us is actually hilarious because
it's like we're in a cop lineup.
If we're trying to sneak into a baseball game and that's the fence to peek over, you're seeing all the plays and I'm audio only.
Yeah, I have to comment.
I'm like, what happened?
Anyways.
What happened?
Anyways, golly, dude.
That's it.
That's about it.
We're sounding off. That was a fun
episode. We're going next week even earlier, 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. We might pull an all-nighter.
Yeah,
that could be a fun experiment.
Yeah, and then you can do the 3-hour hot dog eating challenge or whatever you said that you could do.
I got a lot of flack for that.
You should have. Rightfully so.
Well, I'm not going to lose in fantasy this year, so we don't have to get into it. Shout out to Joey Chestnut. Shout out to Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side.
Yep.
You have anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out to Boo Davis. I think our biggest fan. Yeah, he likes every single video of ours.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I love that guy.
Belding won last night, by the way.
Belding won last night.
Yep,
Shout out to
22-11.
Shout out to Belding, Black Knights. Muskegon lost.
I saw that. They got spanked by Rockford.
They got spanked.
You know, and before we sign off, you know who the Rockford coach is?
Josh McDaniels.
No, no doubt, no argument. Probably the best player in Belding football history, Brent Cummings.
Really?
So Belding alumni running that Rockford program.
Oh, my goodness.
They put a spanking on your Big Reds.
A little bit of intrigue. See, I'm finding out so much about football, being in front of a camera.
Great
talking.
guy, great family.
That's
Cummings.
Great family. Love him. Love his uncle.
Yep.
Let's go. Shout out to Cummings.
Yep.
I'll do this sleep. It's so good. Were you not even sleeping?
No, I was sleeping with my eyes open, dude.